New questions tonight for the new mayor of New York City after some locals accuse him of not plowing parts of the city in this big storm in an effort to punish the rich. One Manhattan councilman tweeting this image on the left showing snow-clogged crosswalks, while you can see on the right, and by the way, this is the Upper East Side on the left, and on the right, the streets of Brooklyn were free and clear. There is more to this story. Listen. Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano is with me now. The New York Times comes out with a story on this late today, talking about how all day the mayor, who is about as far left as you can get,
yes,
and ran on this promise of I will take dead aim at the tale of two cities, the rich and the poor. I'm going after the rich, and I'm going to level the playing field. After spending the entire day saying that it wasn't true, they didn't ignore the so-called rich area, Upper East Side, then came out late today and said, oh, as it turns out, we didn't do all we could.
You know, this is very dangerous in New York City to pick favorites with respect to providing city services. It's especially dangerous in acute times like snowstorms. Go way back in history, John Lindsay clobbered because of this. Mike Bloomberg almost didn't run for a third term because of this.
And you know who was one of his biggest critics when he failed to do a good job in the 2010 big blizzard?
A councilman from Brooklyn by the name of Bill de Blasio is now the mayor.
Yeah, our mayor now, who is outraged that he didn't think Mayor Bloomberg was paying enough attention to the less affluent areas of New York City.
The city has limited resources, and the city, under the law, trusts the mayor to distribute the resources in a fair and efficient way. If he did that and they just didn't get to certain neighborhoods, so be it. They'll clean them up today. But if he targeted certain neighborhoods,
and he's not admitting that, he's denying that.
No. But his critics are saying it looks.
And now he's
way.
Admitting that the Upper East Side did not get the attention it needed.
Correct, but he claims it was negligence, not intentional.
Yeah.
But if he did target the Upper East Side because he thinks they're Republicans, or he thinks they're rich, or he wants to teach them a lesson, some reason having nothing to do with the orderly distribution of city resources.
Yeah.
He would really expose himself to enormous political criticism.
And we'll get to this because, first of all, it's very funny. One of the Upper East Side residents tweeted out, the Upper East Side residents abandoned by de Blasio stand on rooftops waiting for FEMA or Fresh Direct. that's life in Manhattan.
It's very funny.
But wait, let me ask you this. And they did say, by the way, there was one truck working on their Upper East Side, but no one noticed it because allegedly it's GPS malfunction. It was there, even though there was no evidence of it. The reason people went to this place with him, Judge, is because he's made a point of wanting to target the rich. He wanted to raise the taxes on the rich here and still does to pay for universal pre-K. Governor Cuomo stepped in and said, don't raise taxes in an election year. We'll give you the money. You don't have to raise the taxes on the new. And he came out and said, no, I want to raise them anyway because I promised that I would and I think I need to.
That's exactly what he said. He said he doesn't trust the governor. I don't trust the governor either. He doesn't trust the state of New York to continue the supply of cash for the pre-K. He'd rather take it.
He just wants to tax the rich more because he said he would.
He wants to tax the rich more. He wants to follow through on odious campaign promises, even if there's a less painful way to address his needs. I have a message for him. If he's going to use the power of the mayor of the city of New York to vindicate his left-wing ideology at the price of providing basic services which we all pay through the nose to get, he's in for a rude awakening, and his honeymoon is over.
Judge, good to see you.
Good to see you, Megan.
On the rooftops waiting for Fresh Direct.